being with an avoidant is so bad, why doesn't the anxious person just leave? Let me explain. When an anxious person was growing up, they became very reliant on the people around them to regulate them. The avoidant, however, became very self-sufficient. And so I want you to think of it like cooking. When the anxious and the avoidant come together, the anxious often relies on the avoidant to cook for them, even if the avoidant isn't a very great cook, because they are not the most emotionally aware and sensitive to the anxious person's needs. And so what ends up typically happening is the anxious person has no idea what they're going to expect. They don't know if today they're going to get breadcrumbs, nothing at all, or a meal that's actually going to make them feel satiated. And that unpredictability becomes the emotional roller coaster that becomes very difficult to get off, because inconsistent rewards drive addictive behaviors. And so when people say to an anxious person, well, why don't you just leave? It is like telling a person to leave their only food source to go and starve to death, because an anxious person hasn't learned how to cook for themselves. They haven't learned how to emotionally regulate. And so how the anxious person takes their power back is they learn how to cook. They learn how to emotionally regulate themselves. So even if the relationship ends, they know that they're going to be okay.